There's a lot of young adult material out there at this point. What kind of appealed to you about this material in particular, and why did you think this was special?
I think it's a bit tougher in a way. There's a kind of toughness to it, and actually, I mean, who knows what it will be? But the footage we've seen and what we shot and how we felt about it and what we did with our characters, I think it kind of bridges, you know, it satisfies that YA faction, but also it kind of bridges to the adult world because there's a lot of, you know, I'm older and the way and then Shay is quite mature and she's, you know, she's a bit older, and I think it, in a good way, it kind of encompasses both.
Yeah. Well, a big part of the story is this relationship between you guys that develops your characters. And Shailene, when Theo first read to you, how soon was it that you knew this is For? This is the guy that's going to play For?
He walked in the door and I was just like, that's him.
Really?
No.
4 years.
4 years. How soon? I mean, we read together, and we had read every single young man out there between the ages of, I'd say, probably 16 and 30, and nobody really had the essence of being vulnerable and masculine at the same time. Some guys came in and were so incredibly masculine that there was no depth there was no sensitivity, there was no vulnerability. And then the majority, I'd say 98% of the guys came in there and I was tougher than they were. They were just not very masculine. And so it was really, really difficult to find somebody. And when Theo came in, he kind of totally encompassed that perfect balance of, because For is such an interesting character in the sense that he is so strong and he is the leader of this group of people who are really badass and who are able to do really intense physical work. And yet at the same time, he comes from sort of a broken place. So he's got some dark demons and he's got some really big patches in his life that have sort of made him very sensitive by nature, even though he doesn't really allow that to show. And so it was very hard to find him. But then after the audition, he kind of left and everybody looked at each other and we were like, holy shit, that's him.
Yeah,
We just spent 4 months looking for Theo James.
Yeah. Well, and Veronica Roth, the author of the book, even said, when I pictured For as the actor who would play For, it was Theo. So that must have been pretty good validation for you, right? To hear her. I don't even know if you've even seen that quote. But
I haven't seen that quote.
Yeah.
But I feel validated. No, it was,
in life in general.
It was great, and in a way, it was nice to come. You know, I came late in the process, obviously, because they've been looking for a long time, and it just felt very right, and I had an affinity with the character, and me and Shay had a very natural rapport and natural chemistry. So it was something that seemed just, you know, it just seemed to kind of slot, which is really nice. It's really great and gratifying because then you can start, you know, there's no questions of, you know, how exactly is this going to fit? When these things kind of come into place naturally, then you're like, okay, cool, we've got a great thing here, and we can start making really good work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so you've got a great young cast, but you've also got Kate Winslet and Aaron Eckhart in this movie. These two.
I haven't got Aaron Eckhart.
Aaron Eckhart's not in the movie.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Oh.
He was in talks doing it, but
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Well, you've got Kate Winslet.
We do have Kate Winslet.
Who's amazing. So could you talk about working with her and what that was like? She's this.
She's amazing. I mean,
she's
one of the best actors. She's so fucking good. She's so incredibly good.
Yeah.
And she's also just actually very cool and normal person, which is really good. And I think, obviously it's good, but you know, I think she's such a consummate professional and a very talented actress. But then on top of that, she's just totally hanging out with us, you know, and fucking around and joking around with us on set, and had a real kind of, again, it was very easy, wasn't it?
So easy.
Well, because you think Kate Winslet, you think, oh, she's going to be in her trailer the whole time. Or...
No, not at all.
Kate was mortified that she had a bigger trailer than us. She came into the hair or the makeup trailer one day and was like, I just noticed that.
She's a cognitive. My name is Dick Van Dyke.
She's like, I just noticed that I have a trailer that's bigger than all of yours. I feel mortified. and I can't believe they did this, because she's so down to earth and she's so humble that that was, you know, a really big deal to her.
That's really nice.
Yeah, she's just a normal chick. I mean, everybody in this industry is normal. Some people make it harder on themselves than they need to make it, and she's not one of those people.
Yeah. Well, so this is obviously a huge... One more? Or?
Please.
Okay. This is obviously a huge book with young adults and the big hit and big bestseller. Are you guys kind of prepared for this becoming like a Hunger Games or a Twilight and everything that goes along with that? Are you...
You just can't think about stuff like that. I mean, you wrap your head around that and it makes no sense. None of this industry really makes much sense. So I think that you take it day by day and you just be grateful for the opportunity we had.
Yeah, I mean, if it's successful, that's great because we've done a great job. But if it's not, then, you know, then that's just something that's out of our control in that way, because we just do a good a job as we can doing the film and then kind of, yeah, see how it goes.
For breaking entertainment news and more, follow @HitFix on Twitter or visit hitfix.com.